Welcome to this explainer. Okay, let's dive right into this because we're looking at something that has completely taken over the internet lately. I'm talking about manifestation. You scroll through TikTok or YouTube and you see people claiming they can literally just write lines in a notebook or whisper into the void to magically change their lives. Sounds pretty wild, right? But what if I told you that to truly understand these hyper-modern internet trends, we actually need to look backwards? Today, we're going to demystify these viral practices by grounding them in the classic foundational psychology of the subconscious mind. So here's our roadmap. We'll start with the treasure house within and the captain and the crew. Then we'll open up a tactical toolkit looking at 3 specific viral manifestation methods. And finally, we'll tie the whole shebang together with mindset over magic. All right, section 1, the treasure house within. To figure out why people today are so obsessed with scripting their reality, we actually need to rewind to 1963, specifically to Dr. Joseph Murphy's groundbreaking concept that infinite riches are already within us. He taught that you don't need to look outside yourself. There's literally a gold mine of infinite intelligence inside your own mind, just waiting to be tapped. In his book, he asks this really provocative question. Why is one man joyous and prosperous and another poor and miserable? Like, why is one person terrified and another just radiating confidence? His radical answer was that, well, it isn't about luck. It's entirely about how our habitual inner thinking molds, fashions, and creates our outer destiny. Basically, whatever you impress upon your subconscious mind, it's going to move heaven and earth to bring to pass. So how do we actually take control of that inner thinking? The answer is auto-suggestion. Now, this isn't just wishful thinking. Autosuggestion is the very practical process of suggesting something definite and specific to yourself to actively overcome negative conditioning. Think about it. From childhood, we're constantly bombarded with negative suggestions. You can't do that or you're going to fail. Autosuggestion acts as the master key to unlock that inner treasure house by deliberately establishing new, healthy grooves in your mind. To show you just how powerful this is, there's this amazing anecdote about the legendary opera singer Enrico Caruso. He once suffered an intense bout of stage fright right before performance. His throat completely seized up from fear. But Caruso understood his own mind. He realized his fearful, conscious little me was strangling the infinite power of his subconscious big me. So he literally stood backstage and shouted, get out, the big me is going to sing." By enthusiastically using autosuggestion to banish his fear, he walked out on stage and delivered a majestic performance. Section 2, the captain and the crew. To truly understand how Caruso pulled that off and conquered his fear, we have to look at how your mind is split into 2 very distinct spheres. Imagine your mind is a ship. Your conscious mind, that's the captain, standing up on the bridge. It's rational, it chooses, it is the watchman at the gate. Your subconscious mind, on the other hand, is the crew, working deep down in the irrational engine room. The conscious captain gives the orders based on what it believes to be true, and the subconscious crew just blindly follows those orders without arguing. They have no idea where the ship is going, they just shovel the coal and keep the engine running based exactly on the captain's commands. But here is the major trap that most of us fall into. The subconscious mind absolutely cannot take a joke. It takes you entirely at your word. So if the captain jokingly, or fearfully, assumes a negative premise, like constantly saying, I can't afford that, or I'm definitely going to fail that exam, the crew in the engine room doesn't know you're just venting. They take that order literally, and they'll work tirelessly 24 hours a day to make that failure a reality. All right, section 3, method 1, scripting. Now that we've got the captain and the crew down, let's look at those 3 modern manifestation trends, starting with scripting. According to manifestation coach Juliette Christine, scripting is a technique where you write about your life in incredible detail, exactly the way you desire it to be. But there are some rules to do this effectively. First up, you've got to focus on aligned, believable goals. Don't jump to manifesting $1 million if you only have $2 in the bank, right? The captain won't believe it and the crew won't act on it. Second, write as if it's a journal entry from 12 months in the future. This is a brilliant little trick because it bypasses your current doubts and generates genuine feelings of alignment. And third, use it alongside a daily vision board to really visually anchor your mind to that goal. A really crucial detail to note here is the frequency. You might assume, okay, I should script every single day. But Christine actually clarifies that doing this too often creates a sense of attachment and desperation, which, you guessed it, are negative signals to your subconscious. Instead, write it just once on a highly significant day. Think your birthday or maybe New Year's Day. And then, let it go completely. This works best when it's delivered from a place of total surrender. Section 4, Method 2, the 3-6-9 technique. So if scripting is all about surrendering once, the 369 method is about highly structured repetition. This is actually inspired by the famous inventor Nikola Tesla and his belief in the mathematical power of these specific numbers. Drawing on Tesla's theory, law of attraction guru Corinne Yi created a very specific daily routine. Step 1. In the morning, you write your chosen affirmation 3 times to set the tone for the day. Step 2. At midday, find a quiet moment and write it 6 times to deliberately strengthen that intention. And finally, step 3, right before bedtime, write it 9 times. This final step is absolutely crucial because it banishes the day's negativity and feeds your subconscious mind positive instructions right before you fall asleep, which, as Dr. Murphy noted, is exactly when the subconscious is most receptive. And you don't just do this for a weekend. You have to repeat this exact routine for exactly 33 days. Why 33? Well, it honors Tesla's numerical rule, 3 plus 3 is 6, and 3 times 3 is 9. But practically and psychologically speaking, doing anything consistently for 33 days is going to carve a very deep, healthy new habit into your subconscious mind. There's one more number you need to know for this to really click, and that's 17. This refers to the 17-second rule popularized by Abraham Hicks. When you're writing out these affirmations, they should take you about 17 seconds to write down, which is roughly 2 sentences. This ensures your affirmation is long enough to evoke some real gratitude and emotion, but not so long that it sparks desperation or gives your conscious mind room to start overthinking the whole thing. Section 5. Method 3. The Whisper Method. Okay, this final technique went massively viral on TikTok. It moves away from writing and leans heavily into visualization, specifically based on the teachings of Neville Goddard. Here's exactly how it works. Step 1. Sit in a calm place and just relax your mind. Step 2. Visualize the specific person you want to influence. Get a clear picture of them. Step 3. In your imagination, walk right up to them and mentally whisper your desire. Maybe you're asking for a job interview, a promotion, or honestly, even just a text message. Step 4. Visualize them smiling, agreeing, or responding positively to you. And Step 5. Walk away in your imagination and let it go with full belief. Now, let's be incredibly clear here because we know the internet loves to exaggerate. This is not telepathic magic. You're not actually beaming mind control rays into your boss's head. What you are doing, rather, is training your own mind to change your actions so that your reality naturally follows. It's an incredibly powerful exercise in mental rehearsal. By visualizing a positive interaction over and over, you're building the internal confidence you need to alter your own real-world behavior. And that is what makes that positive outcome infinitely more likely. Section 6. Mindset over magic. To bring this all to a grounded conclusion, let's contrast these internet myths with actual psychological reality. The myth is that this is all just magic and telepathy, but the reality? It's highly effective mental rehearsal. The myth is that you're somehow tricking the universe into giving you things, but in reality, you are harnessing the immense power of focused attention. And sure, the myth promises instant miracles, but the reality is deep subconscious habit building. At the end of the day, whether you're scripting out your ideal life, writing lines 3, 6, and 9 times a day, or mentally whispering a desire, you are doing one fundamental thing. You are giving the crew in your engine room the positive instructions they desperately need. Which brings us to our final thought. The science and the psychology are crystal clear. Your subconscious mind never sleeps, it absolutely cannot take a joke, and it blindly follows the orders you give it. So knowing your subconscious crew is always listening, what orders will you give your captain today? Think really carefully about the words you use and the thoughts you harbor, because they are actively building your future. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep focusing that mind, and I'll see you next time.